Glory to the Swarm, brothers and sisters. I am your cult leader, Cheese, and today we'll be watching a replay from one of our Rhino Wasp cult disciples, the voice of Mechabellum himself, Amaroq. He has been a faithful member of the cult since converting, preaching the gospel to any and all comers, finishing Season 3 with a new all-time high MMR of 2100. I've heard this was a fun one, so I can't wait to see what he's cooking up. Let's check it out. Please also make sure to check out Amaroq on Twitch, streaming 4 days a week. He will also be casting the Mechabellum Mini Masters starting this Friday, August 1st at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Twitch. Your Rhino Wasp cult leader, Cheese, will also be a player in the tournament, hoping to overcome the heretics. Before we get into the game, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to like and subscribe. Spreading the gospel is a great way to meet new people and learn new words. Some you may not even want to repeat in polite company. Today we're watching a game between AGGRO and Amaroq. Amaroq, being a disciple of the Rhino Wasp cult, has been spreading the gospel far and wide. Looking forward to seeing how he can deliver this to AGGRO, who's also known for his Rhino, Wasp, and usually steel ball play. Looks like AGGRO's going to take the Rhino Specialist. And, Amaroq takes the Elite Specialist. Elite is difficult to spread the gospel with. So let's see what he does. Amaroq is selling a Mustang and buying an Elite Wasp on round 1. AGGRO is setting up in a aggressive formation. A couple of hounds to go with his sledgehammers and crawlers, asymmetric here. It looks like Amaroq is going to protect his right tower with a pair of hounds and is going to be extremely aggressive with Mustangs and Wasps on the left side here, trying to drive through AGGRO's AGGRO. AGGRO has no upshoot, so this should be a fairly straightforward round. These Elite Wasps are going to do some serious work, even though there's nothing else really going on for Amaroq. All right, round 2. AGGRO will take the firepower control system. Amaroq. I'm surprised that AGGRO didn't take the missile strike, actually. They both take the firepower. Okay. Sells the Mustangs. Immediately buys 2 more Wasps. Amaroq, I love you. You are doing the cult proud. Chaff, who needs it? Hopefully you at least unlocked it. AGGRO is setting up a crawler to distract the Wasps and Mustangs. Still hasn't purchased anything that shoots up. Okay, we do unlock the crawlers with Amaroq. Good. Yeah. Okay. Well, this will be another round for Amaroq, as AGGRO has deployed nothing with upshoot. So AGGRO manages to clean up the ground forces, but here come the Wasps. Oof. Taking AGGRO down under 3,000 health to Amaroq's 5,600. Unit drop time. So if I'm Amaroq here, none of these are really great for me, but also none of them are really bad for me either. So he takes the Phoenixes. And then he's setting them up here, it looks like, for a flank. Sells one of them. No, does not sell one of them. Oh, I like this. Amaroq is attacking that right tower from 2 sides. He's leveled up his Wasps. He puts down his crawler screen. And okay, Aggro is going to put his phoenixes back here as well to take the towers. And a single wraith. Okay, where's this wraith going? I'm assuming it's going to come right over here. Yep, that's way too close though. Because once Amaroq clicks range, or if he just clicks AA, that should be deleted. But we know range comes first. Might be a good response this round. Or will, yeah, okay. Yeah, it'll work out this round. Oh, no, it doesn't. Hey, there goes the Phoenix on the right side here, taking the tower from the front. And this is definitely an interesting flavor of the gospel. Alright, Amaroq's going to lose his towers. That doesn't matter, though. Those 4 Phoenixes are not going to be able to take out 4 Phoenixes and essentially 2 packs of Wasp remaining. Debuff will drop, and we should see everything just disappear from Aggro's side. There goes the tower. There go the sledgehammers. And here go the Phoenixes. Just see the power of the level 3 Phoenixes, 2-shotting Phoenixes. Alright. Another 200 damage to Aggro. He gets his Rhino. Curious to see what he does with that. Amaroq here will probably take the efficient tech research. Yep, I could see the absorption module on a Wraith for Aggro. Leveled and itemed Wraiths can be a real problem. Now we've immediately taken AA and range on the Wasps, so now that Wraith is no longer an issue. Be real surprised if it survives more than the first volley. No missiles. Kind of surprised he hasn't missiled out that level 3 Wasp. Okay, Amaroq with the beacon backwards to protect against the Phoenixes. Looks like Aggro has sold 1, and so is Amaroq. We get another Wasp here now on the right side. Still nothing to deal with these Phoenixes either. I'm a little surprised. Okay, degen being on the Wraith, that's not bad. Unfortunately, that Wraith isn't going to live long enough to apply its effect. And the reason we talk about the Wraith being positioned too close and not surviving is because it is within 30 meters of the flank. And these Wasps, okay, so it wasn't a full first volley that eliminated it. But yeah, these Wasps with range and AA, this AA here will increase the range by 30 against aerial units, seeing them as 30 meters closer. So it essentially means that the Wasps see the Wraith as sitting on top of the crawlers, and because they are in the air, it is technically closer than the crawlers until those crawlers move forward. So that's why you see an auto lock from some of the Wasps, and you see here these level 3s just kill it before it can even get into range. Another about 600 health hit for Aggro. Unit drops again. Okay, there's Mustangs offered. There's a Sabertooth. The Fangs are an interesting choice. I like that. If I'm Amaroq, I'm thinking maybe the Sabertooth to sell. But if we're going to use the Fangs for defense, that's fine too. Okay. So now we take ground spec on the Wasps. Interesting. So Amaroq doesn't really have any chaff clear right now, which could be his downfall. Luckily, this Wraith is still too close, so these wasps should be able to clear it before it can do any damage to them. And with the lack of upshoot, Amaroq should take this round as well. It looks like all 4 fangs for Amaroq were placed to defend the towers. I'm quite alright with that. I do think he'll lose this right tower over here. These crawlers are going to get out of hand. We don't really have a great amount of chaff clear, and there are quite a few crawlers coming in. But I don't think it's going to matter in the long run. Yeah. That Wraith is gone in the first few seconds. Even with all of these additional crawlers, all they're doing is feeding experience to the wasps. So yes, the crawlers get in and take that right tower. The Wraith gets distracted, gets stuck on a wasp that is managing to kite it, even under tower debuff. Not a good showing for the Wraith there. And we clean up the crawlers. That is another round for Amaroq. Down to 1100 health now is AGGRO. Okay. EMP. AGGRO skips. Really? Sells his Wraith. I bet Amaroq will probably skip here or take the Javelin. Does take the Javelin. Okay. So now AGGRO buys some level 2 Mustangs. Puts the item on one of them, gives them AA. Okay. So these wasps are not going to move, so we won't see the AA take effect until after all these crawlers have died. Just because of the range here, you can see that they're going to be stuck on crawlers the whole time. This is a weakness that we have right here, is we do not have any sort of chaff clear. This rhino here I think is a little late for Amaroq. Probably be better off putting it in front over here in front of these wasps and charging into the tower that way. Or coming in straight through the front door here. We have a couple of different openings, but right here we're just going to feed the crawlers this round. There is a chance, however, next round, if he clicks the whirlwind, that could do a really good job of cleaning up there. I wish we had a second rhino over here, but we'll make do with what we got. So we're going to get the Javelin over here, taking out this Wraith. What's interesting here, yeah, it doesn't even get a chance to work then. I didn't think it would. I think this round is going to go to AGGRO. That is a very short-lived victory, is my guess. We have a lot of ways to answer his new defense from Amaroq's position, but it's a nice round for him. You know, potential to turn the corner. Just that warp in time really slowed Amaroq down. Photon emission? Okay, good. Both take photon emission. I could have seen improved Overlord. We don't really have the money for it on AGGRO's side, and it's risky, but it could do a really good job, especially with all of those crawlers distracting, just to be able to take out the rhinos and take out the wasps. Okay, he uses jump drive to bring his phoenixes back to defend against the rhinos, and builds another Wraith. Okay, puts that behind the Mustangs this time. That's a much better position. So we'll see what else we get. Okay, we get another crawler. Coming in from the front now. We're going to have double photon in this corner. And I think this rhino right here, we watch him, is going to do a lot of work. He's going to clean up a lot of crawlers. This rhino is probably not going to make it to warp in again, just like this one didn't last time. Once this steps in front, picks up the Mustang aggro, it's going to take a long time for those Mustangs to get back onto the Wasps. Yeah, so that rhino dies immediately, but this rhino over here does a really good job of clearing the crawlers, and then we're going to watch the Wasps go to work. So we should see the Wraith go down, and then we should see the rest of those. Perfect. Oh, that could be really bad tower timing. And it is. Yeah, so Amaroq needs to level up that tower or slow down the attack. Some oil would be good, since it's the crawlers over there getting out of hand. Maybe some fire. What do we have? There's fire. Fire badgers. So we can take the fire badgers, takes them immediately. Aggro takes the saber-tooth, sets them up to with double shot to focus on the rhinos. That's a good call. I don't know that we need to double tech the fire badgers. I think we probably could have just gotten away with range here, but we have the efficient tech research. That's okay. So that's going to defend over here. There's another one over here defending. Where'd the third one go? There it is. Okay, on the flank. It's an interesting choice for it. So aggro is really making sure this rhino here does not survive with two double shot sabers. Those are going to do 35,000 damage each per 4 seconds. And that's going to be enough to take out this rhino who does not have any health upgrades. So no +1 defense. Even still, 2 level 2 sabers will double shot one of these level 2 rhinos with armor. So this is going to drop quickly. This one will survive the first volley, but will die in the second volley. We need it to clear a lot of these crawlers so the Wasps can get to work. Now, not losing the tower over here will help a lot. I like the beacon. Driving this rhino in towards the tower, we might be able to clear the first saber-tooth as well as a number of these crawlers. Nope. Just dies immediately. Ah, yes, we have the degen debuff as well. So the flank just is eliminated very quickly. Now, our defense over here with fire badgers does clean up, kills all the crawlers, and the Mustangs will die to the fire. Do not die to the fire. Almost die to the fire. Okay. So, aggro's making a comeback here. We have an ion blast now. Okay, aggro skips. Okay, that's an interesting ion blast. Hoping to hit all of these things. I see that. Quad tech crawlers. So we are carry crawler here. Okay, so Amaroq is now coming from the right side, front door. Where is this saber-tooth going to go? Because that could be the difference between a win and a loss. Okay, that's going to go over there. We have another rhino over here. Okay, with some more wasps. This is going to be really interesting. I like this pack here. I think that's going to do a lot of work for us. Over here, we are going to see the flank disintegrate, I think. But right here, this is going to survive. Has 58,000 health. This is going to be dealing about 17,000 every 4 seconds. So it's going to, oh, it's 2 of them. Okay, so it's going to be 8 seconds until this rhino dies. If it can get in here and kill the saber-tooths, that'd be fantastic. This is going to allow these fire badgers to get down fire to kill a lot of those crawlers, though. But I think this right here is going to be the key for Amaroq. There's no missiles. There's no missiles anywhere this round. Oh, there's a missile. Okay. It's getting worried. Yeah, the rhinos disintegrate. Beam almost takes out Sabertooths does manage to take out almost all of the Mustangs. But here we go. This Rhino over here, boom, allowing these wasps back here clean up. Nice round by Amaroq. And game. Okay. So yeah, looking back at this, I think if we had gone over here a little bit earlier, maybe round, I don't know, I think it was round 7, maybe 6, before things started to get out of hand, I think we could have sealed the deal. A great game from Amaroq. Good defense put up by AGGRO as well. Let's go take a look at the replay and see if we can get this closed out a little bit sooner. Okay, round 7, taking over as Amaroq. Let's see if we can close this game out. Photon emission. Okay, so we're in the flank back here now. He's got his Mustangs. Okay. Yeah, we'll take the photon emission. And then we're going to try to charge through the front door. Coming over here. Beacon that bad boy in. Now, we do have a small problem where we don't have chaff clear. So we do need whirlwind. So we need 350, we need 550. We can loan. This is 150, we need another 400. So we can get 400 by selling this. Or we get 500. Okay, we're going to sell these, which may seem like blasphemy, but hear me out. Double tech, missile, missile. We're going to lose over here, but I think we'll get in faster. So let's find out. We are not going to get in faster. We do wind up clearing them, however. And we take the tower before AGGRO does. We now have a big wasp ball over here, kind of getting ready to come to clean up. Question is this going to be enough for the kill? Doesn't look like it. Let's speed this up. Oh, that is a good timing. We take out the Wraith. And 1,300. So that is enough. So again here, I like what Amaroq was doing. If you recall, he set up in the flank here. The problem was that this Rhino here was warping in, and it wasn't ever going to survive. It was too slow. So this Rhino here, we tech it to give us the chaff clear we desperately need over here on the flank. By not having another Rhino, we're not creating more crawlers. And by coming through the front door here, we are able to clear them out. As you can see, this is kind of the weak spot. We already know that there's going to be Mustangs over here. They were placed last turn. So he does put down more Mustangs, but because we have this now double-teched Rhino, you can see it did 31,000 damage. Sneaks in there, kills 49 units, tanks forever, and delivers the game for us. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. For all you cultists out there, give me a glory to the swarm in the comments. If you're still on the fence, let me know why in the comments. I'm your cult leader, Cheese. I'll see you in the next one.